I don't understand why coaches, when they get off a break, we have a game next week. They feel like, okay, everybody's back. Let's work them to death. Let's have preseason all over again. Why are we having preseason all over again? This is not preseason. If you are a pro, this is a tip. If you are a pro, you need to conduct yourself as a pro at all times. A break doesn't mean a break. Break really means mentally. I'm just going to mentally take a break. I'm not going to take a break mid-season. This isn't the end of the season. This isn't relaxation mode. This is a mental break mode for some of us to just recoup, regroup, and get prepared for the most important part of the season, which is the second half of the season.
What are you thinking? Yeah. What are you thinking? Yeah. If you wanna know my thoughts, open your ears when I talk. Yeah. What are you thinking? Hey. What are you thinking? Hey. If you wanna know my thoughts, open your ears when I talk. Yeah.
Welcome back to another edition of the Arnold's Thoughts podcast. Welcome to 2023. We finally made it. It is the first episode of 2023. It is your boy Arnold. I help athletes prepare for a life of overseas basketball. So if you aspire to be an overseas basketball player one day, then this is the place for you. Before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. You know, we're trying to start this year off right. We're trying to just spread the knowledge and the value and the information to all those hoopers out there. All those hoopers out there who want to play pro one day overseas, this is the place for you. And we need to get that out there for everybody to tune in and listen to and get the knowledge that they need to prepare to play this game one day. So as we get started, first of all, I just want to come and ask you guys, how is our 2023 so far? How is 2023 looking for you? I know it's the beginning of the year. Everybody's always so hyped. This is my year. Why is it every year your year? Everybody starts off every year like this is my year. 2023 is my year. No matter what the situation is, 2020, 21, 22, 23, it doesn't matter. It's always our new year. And I believe the last episode that we had, I said, you know, why wait? Why do we wait to a certain amount of time for us to say, like, this is the time for us to start achieving and start doing the things that we say we want in our life? Can't wait. Let's not wait for the things that we say that we want. If we want to be basketball players, if we want to play professional one day, why wait? There is no waiting. There's no waiting until a certain amount of time. There's no waiting until this point in the year. It is time to start immediately. That, on a little side note on that, I have one of my closest friends that we played together. His name is Brandon Robinson, right? We played together in Los Angeles together. We won a championship. We created history over there. We completely turned the whole organization around. And even if you go over there in the gym today in Los Angeles, you will still see us hanging up. The only two people, it's three of us, Franco Morales, me, and Brandon Robinson. We're the only people that are on the wall in that gym, because that's just like how we changed the trajectory of that club. But he hit me up with like a personal problem he was having. He was like, hey man, should I stop this now or should I wait? And I was just like, bro, if you wait to stop something or you wait to just put something down or stop doing something, it normally has a tendency to linger on and stick around. Because when you're done with it, you're going to kind of want to go back to doing the same thing that you've been doing. For me, I just gave him an example of me. Once I make a decision, enough is enough. Don't wait. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let anything get in your way. It's right now, and that's it. You got to be firm with yourself to say, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm making a change. I'm doing whatever it takes for me to achieve and get what I want. I'm done. So So what we're going to talk about today is how do we dominate 2023?
What's up, guys? I just dropped my new ebook, 6 Must-Have Steps to Be an Overseas Basketball Player. You know, I've been playing for the last 9 years. I got all the steps and the traits that you need to start your journey with networking, with getting a mentor, all the things that you need to start your journey to be a pro today. So go get that ebook, click the link in the bio, and make sure you get your steps to being that overseas pro one day. Let's go.
For most of my hoopers that are already playing, we just got done with the break. Speaking on that, we just got done with the break. Now, mind you, I have been here the entire break. I didn't go home. So the entire 2-week break, everybody's home, relaxing with their families, chilling, relaxing. I'm here in the gym 5-6 days out of the week. We're playing one-on-one, me and my teammate, because it was me and him here and another young guy. But we're playing one-on-one. We're getting up, hitting the weight room every morning. I'm going out for my 2.5 mile. I got a little route. It's like 2.5 miles. And then I have sometimes I go on the bike and I hit the bike for 5 miles, the little elliptical. So it's either or. So we've been in the gym. We've been working. I don't understand why coaches, when they get off a break, we have a game next week. They feel like, okay, everybody's back. Let's work them to death. Let's have preseason all over again. Why are we having preseason all over again? This is not preseason. If you are a pro, this is a tip. If you are a pro, you need to conduct yourself as a pro at all times. A break doesn't mean a break. Break really means mentally. I'm just going to mentally take a break. I'm not going to take a break mid-season. This isn't the end of the season. This isn't relaxation mode. This is a mental break mode for some of us to just recoup, regroup, and get prepared for the most important part of the season, which is the second half of the season. But they feel like, well, it's time to go to preseason mode again. So we're just going to do this most extraneous, overwhelming conditioning and weight. The logic behind it doesn't really make sense. Like, somebody let me know. If you guys are commenting on it, let me know if this makes sense. We're going to take a week and a half off, and when we come back, we're going to go harder than what we did in a preseason system when you're coming off. Isn't that a way to hurt your player? To me, that just don't make sense that I'm going to go extraneously harder now than I would before to try to get you back in shape. That doesn't make sense. You're going to hurt the player before you actually get them prepared. And if you are a pro, just letting you know, pros always are ready. If you want to be a definition of a pro, if you aspire to be a pro, you're not waiting for some coach and trainer to get you ready. You come ready. You stay ready. You're always ready. You're not waiting on anybody to get you ready. No break, no little time. If you're in the game, you're set out for 35 minutes in the game and you come in the last 5 minutes, those might be the most crucial 5 minutes of the game. That's a pro. You're ready. You're on point. You're ready. You're ready to contribute. That's the definition of a pro. Okay, so we're getting into it. How to dominate 2023. First thing, gotta have clear-cut goals. Gotta make it clear-cut goals of what exactly that we want from 2023. We're starting the year off. Everybody's juiced right now. Everybody's on the beam. It's going to be good. Second half of the season. I'm looking at my timeline. I'm seeing guys signing. A whole bunch of signees coming in for this part of the season. I'm like, okay, what are your goals for this part of the season? Write them down. I need you to write them down. Write it down. Make it plain. Got to start off there. Got to be able to see it. When you write something down, your brain, you internalize it 60% more. Can't remember the exact saying or exactly how it's quoted, but I know you internalize it and it becomes more real. 60% more you internalize it when you write it down. So write those down. It's something about your brain and actually writing and creating it at the same time that is like 60% more chance of it happening if you write it down. So we want to write down our goals, season goals, end of the season goals, personal goals. what is it that we want out of this season so we know what to focus on. That's the first way we could work towards dominating this 2023 season, this part of the season, wherever you are. If you're already full into a season, if you're just starting into the new season, we've got to be intentional and deliberate and precise. Got to be precise so we know what to focus on. We have to know what to focus on. You know what? I want to focus on my mid-range. I want to shoot this amount of mid-ranges a day. I want to shoot from this specific spot. I want to get this amount of shots up to work on. We got to be specific in our goals. We have to be very specific and deliberate. That's why we write it down. We write it down. The next step towards that is we got to get into a space where there is no distraction. We have to get a free work environment. What do I mean by that? What I mean by, like, basically when you go home, I've lived. It's very funny. I've played with a certain amount of basketball players. At this point in my career, I need my own space. I'm not a rookie. I need my own space because I understand that sometimes living with a different person, they have different living tendencies and different living habits than you. So your environment, I have my goals. I write them down. This is what I want. What's your environment like? How is what you want contributing to the environment that you're in? With the people that you're next to. You have to make sure that the environment that you're in, hey, maybe you're not as close. I was actually listening to one of my teammates talk to his old teammate. He was like, I don't really get along with my teammate. Don't kind of really get along enough. That's not a very good environment for you to get to where you want to get to and achieve your goals if the environment that you're in is in a bad space. It's kind of counterintuitive because you're trying to push and stay focused, because we have to stay focused in order for us to be able to achieve what we set out. How do we get to those things? We have to be able to be in a clear-cut, good environment. We literally have to clear our space, clean your room, literally organize your spacing. Like, to actually come and not live in a place. That's one thing I do like about staying inside the hotel. They come and they make sure it's clean every single time. I'm a very clean person by nature because I can't function in chaos. Too many things. That's why it's a good and a bad. One, I get to stay over here and they come and they clean the room every day. So it's kind of like something I don't really have to focus on a day-to-day basis. But it's too small. So you got to get the yin with the yang. You got to take what you can, the pros and the cons to it all. But if you're in a place where you have your own apartment and you have the room with a teammate, try to focus on keeping that environment very clean. It's literally something that happens in you when you're actually living in a clean environment. It just makes your overall focus more locked in. If your environment is clean, there ain't no distractions. Every time you turn around, you got this over here, like bottles and shoes and blankets and clothes and that literally distracts your brain. And we're trying to dominate this season. So we need to be clear and focused and deliberate and precise. Precise in our actions. So that's the first step. Get your goal, your first goal, write it down so we can focus on it. Next, what are we going to do to make our goals come into fruition for us? How do we make our goals happen for 2023 to dominate 2023? What are we going to be doing to make that happen? How many shots are we getting up? How many times, how much early mornings are we getting up? How much extra film are we watching? How much extra weights are we lifting? How many times are we going after the gym, after practice, and working out? When this is an issue that I kind of see with veterans in the game. When is it that we become too good to keep putting in the work? When is it? I was actually having a conversation with one of my teammates, right? And he was saying, you know what? You know, your skills typically are maxed out at a certain point. It's not really too much more you're going to learn. Which is kind of true. It's like if you actually watch a player, he can get better, but once you start getting like 10 years in, what is it, the skill level that you're going to acquire really that's going to change? For me, I said, true. If you haven't had like a killer crossover your whole life and that's just who you are and you're just coming down, that's not your game. But what you do have, are you really maximized? For me, I know my bread and butter is I'm on the mid range, I'm jab step, I'm up. I am jab, I'm up for midi. That is my gold. You hear me? That is my gold. I am jab step up. I don't think anybody, it's certain moves that every basketball player has that they just like, it don't matter if I do it a million times. They can scout it. They can send a double at it. But if I jab and pull, I don't see nobody. Like KD, when he one dribble, that's just their goal of mine. That's just who they are. That's what we are. So what do we do to get to that? How do we make this goal happen? You know, if your goal is to shoot 50% from 2, 40% from 3, that's a lot of work that's going to come down for that to happen. So we have to understand what is the work that we're going to do to make this happen for us. Let's think about that for a second. Let's think about that. What is the work that we're going to do to make this happen? Nothing happens by fluke. You're not just going to fluke your way into 55% from field, 2-point field goals and 40% from the 3, 80% from the free throw line. You're not going to fluke your way through that. You're not just going to stumble upon great stats. You're not going to stumble upon a championship. You're not going to stumble upon 20-10. It's not really going to happen like that. It doesn't just, I'm just going to stumble upon these great numbers without having no clear-cut goals. We got to have a clear-cut goal and be precise. I strictly believe in, we're not just here to play the game. We're here to dominate the game. We're here to own the game. This is our game. We're here to make a difference. We're here to make this ours. Don't let mediocrity and just say the glitz and glamour of, I just play basketball. How are you dominating the game? How do you have your handprint on the game? How are you changing the game and changing yourself and improving the people around you? Game changes. That's what we focus on here. We focus on game changing. We work on domination. We're focused on legendary status. So we got to raise our elevation of our mindset on that. That's why we're writing them down, because we have to see those. We have to make those goals. I'm looking at it every day. Okay, I see it. Now, what am I going to do to make this happen? That's a question you should ask yourself every single day. Now I see my goals right in front of me. I see it. I visualize it. I got it. Now, what am I going to do to make it happen? There should be one thing you do every single day that goes towards making that happen. Once you get that one thing down pat, what's 2 things I can do to help me get towards this goal that I have for myself? Is it winning the championship at the end? What can I do to get me towards the championship? And sometimes it might be the things that you don't even realize. We always focus on the court as think that's the only way that we're going to be able to win and achieve our goals. We're in a sport that is a team dominated. So sometimes that's hey, pulling one of your teammates that's struggling, giving him confidence. We had the young guy who was our manager for the whole first half. Now he's a player. And the minute he get in the first practice, you could tell he's timid, he's shook, he don't know what's going on. He's just like, wide open shots. I'm like, okay. Next practice, pull him over here. Come have a seat with me, man. Got that open shot. Take the shot, man. Why? Because if you don't believe that you're important to this team, then you're going to hurt the team. You're a part of the team now. And we're only as strong as our weakest link. So if we have somebody that's struggling in an area and we don't do what we can to help them in that area, because overall, when you help one person, guess what? He plays harder. That makes the next guy plays harder. If the next guy plays harder, guess what? The next guy's going to play it. So it's just a trickle-down effect. That's why you get out of yourself to improve the people around you. That can be a way for you to get your ultimate goal. You got to start thinking outside of the box of what can I do to get my ultimate goal by utilizing the people around me. How my energy affects everyone around me. It's deeper than going to put that work in. But we got to start realizing that the people that we have around us, how do we influence them to help us reach that goal? Better together, stronger together. You feel me? When we have a team that's unified, they're going to help. I'd rather, if you tell me, hey, I can get you can average 25 points a game, 12 rebounds, right? Yeah, I'm going to work on that. But if I have a great point guard that I'm close with, and we go and we have lunch and we talk and we communicate and we form a bond, because I know he's going to pass me the ball. So I'm going to create a bond with him and with my big man who always sets me good screens to get me open. Wouldn't that be easier for me to achieve my goal? Because we're a team and we help each other out. So sometimes it's really about not only about what you do on the court, but how do you interact and why can I say that word? Influence the next person with us so we can get our goals, because your goal should be in alignment with overall success. Overall success. And the third thing that we're going to use to dominate 2023 is 3 affirmations. I am a strong believer in affirmations, in the power of the tongue and the words that you speak out of your mouth. I specifically focus on every word that come out of my mouth. Now, everybody gets loose with the tongue here and there. But I was reading a book this morning, second day in a row that I've read it. It's called As a Man Thinketh. And it's just basically talking about how everything that comes out your mouth and how you form comes from your thinking, makes you who you are. So I understand the power in the tongue that I have, and I believe in the affirmations that I speak to myself every day are going to ultimately lead me towards what I want. What are 3 affirmations that you can write down every day, read aloud in the morning, at night? It is, you know what? We live in an era right now where affirmations and visualizations are so big and so many people misuse it and they don't. But yes, they work. The thing about it, this is the thing about it. I'm going to speak on me. Once I start speaking the things that I want out of my life, what I want for my life, the goals that I have for myself, they start changing their mindset. Once you start speaking these things over and over and over, you start having the faith in yourself and you start believing in yourself, because you're literally reprogramming your mind that, hey, this is possible. And then you know what you back it up with? With the work. So I'm putting in the work, and then I'm telling myself every single day, this is what I want for my life. This is what I want for the season. This is the points that I want to average. These are the percentages I want to have. Oh, let me go hit the weight room. That'll give you it'll give you a boost. Like, ooh, let me go hit the weight room, because if I'm strong enough, I can fight off that screen, and I can probably get to the free throw line, and then I can score, because I said that I'm going to be a great shooter, or I'm going to be the MVP of this season. I'm going to win a championship. So I want to win a championship. I'm going to win the championship. I'm going to win the championship. I'm telling myself this there, I'm going to win the championship. So then guess what? You start thinking, what are the things that I need to do? Because that's the next part of it. What do I need to do to win the championship? Maybe I should go hit the weight room. That's going to help me get to the championship. Maybe I should go put some extra shots up. Maybe I should go for an extra jog on my day off just to keep the momentum going. Maybe I should go do some ball handling drills. All these things are ultimately going to help you get to where you want by speaking these things out. So I want you to pick 3 affirmations. Just give yourself 3. 3 that you tell yourself every day. I am a great shooter. I am a great defender. I am a champion. Pick your 3 affirmations that are tailored to you, not for what anybody else tell you, but something what you feel in your heart that you truly want. I'm a great rebounder. I'm going to lead the league in rebounding. I'm going to lead the league in rebounding. I am so grateful that I am leading the league in rebounding. It's already done. Speak that. Then go put the work in behind it to go get that. We're going to get into a few questions. There's a new system out. Like, yes, I know we're here to talk about sports. Actually, we're here to talk about life. We're here to always talk about life and just adapting. So I always do my research on what individuals, players, everybody, just information that I can give back so they can understand. And like the most common questions. I've done a few videos on frequently asked questions. So I wanted to do an update on the most frequently asked questions. And I got a few of them that are common, like the last month or so. Because here's the little tip. If you go on this website called Ask the Public, and you literally type in what are people talking about in this specific topic, they will give you the most recent at the time and what people are asking at the time and what people want to know about a specific subject. And some of these subjects or questions that people are asking, I'm like, I pretty much know. Let me see how I can help you guys or break down, give you my perspective on some of these questions. So question number 1, how do I get signed by a team? You're going to get signed by a team, got to hire an agent, got to build connections. You have to, it's all about connections. I really believe it's all about connections. You got to have the game, you got to have the film, and it all depends on what level that you're on. If you are in the high school level and you already have projections of wanting to play overseas one day, you got to start building your connections. It's all about connections. Because there's some guys that are probably come out of college, come out of D2, come out of NAIA, but have that better connection, and the guy that come out of D1 and don't have the connection and probably don't sign anywhere, and the guy from NAIA, from a lower school, D3, has a connection with a guy, he knows someone, he builds communication and just built his networking skills and be able to talk to guys about, hey, I want to play here and this, and build his networking skills, and then boom, he's signed to a team. So it's really all about your networking skills. Second question. Another question is being asked, are you tired of feeling fatigued and struggling with weight loss? Or maybe you struggle with falling asleep at night? We've got the solution for you. Introducing MVU Dreaming Slim and Empowered Spray Technology. Our innovative line of health and wellness products that combine the latest technology with natural ingredients to help you feel your best. With NVU Dreaming, you can say goodbye to sleepless nights and hello to a natural, restful sleep. And with NVU Slim, you can suppress your appetite and support weight loss with essential vitamins and minerals. But that's not all. NVU Empowered gives you long-lasting natural energy to boost your metabolism and convert fat, carbohydrates, and proteins into energy. Don't miss this opportunity to improve your health and wealth. Try NVU Dreaming, Slim, and Empowered today and start feeling your best. What are the qualifications to play professionally overseas? There really is no qualification, I would say. You just have to, you don't even have to graduate from high school. You don't even have to graduate from college. You just have to have an agent. You don't even have to have an agent. You just need to know somebody that knows somebody and be good enough. Honestly. You just have to know somebody that knows somebody and be good enough to play. So once you get there, you're able to produce. Know the game. Those are qualifications to playing basketball professionally overseas. Know the game. It doesn't matter. You could leave. You could not graduated from high school, but know all the business aspects of playing overseas, like agents, teams, countries, import statuses, all these different dialects and segments of the business, and have a long career. Yes, going to school, graduating from school, and possibly going to college will give you the best opportunity. But as far as qualifications, there aren't really qualifications that you really need to be able to play. You could go play one season someplace, play really good. One guy see you, one agent see you, get you in another opportunity, and your whole life has changed. Just like that. Qualifications, be good. That's the qualifications. Another question. How does the pay and compensation for overseas players compare to players in the NBA? Woo! Salary is always a big topic when it comes to talking about overseas, because the NBA has a way of doing things, and there's like a cap. There's a cap, like I believe it's like no one can make less than $800,000 when you're in the league. I believe, don't quote me on that, but I believe that was like if you're getting drafted. But I think that's like the minimum to be in NBA is like 800 or something like that. I ain't never really heard of nobody getting paid lower than that, lower than 800. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's so. But overseas, it's just a whole different world. An average overseas basketball player is basically getting paid like an average worker in America. You have a good job. It's like you're working if you're even good, like you have a decent career, you're probably getting paid like a good person that works at, you're probably getting paid as good as an assistant manager at Walmart, to keep it 1,000. That's about the average salary of, not even, matter of fact, let me tell you, a manager. So let's just say a manager in Walmart makes about $3,500 a month. That's about the average basketball player salary. Yes, it is scalable. Yes, different countries pay more. But if I can put a number, I wouldn't even say $3,500. I would say about $3,000. The average basketball player makes about $3,000 a month. Now he gets his amenities paid, he gets food paid, majority. But the average basketball player could go about 5-6 years around $3,000 to $4,000 a season. Those are the difference. Unless you're like in EuroLeague, Euro Cup, Asia, high level Japan, CBL, second division, China, Russia. I don't think people are playing there anymore. Those are about the average numbers of salary that an average player is going to be playing. Like the average amount of salary, about $3,000. I would say is about the exact average of the average player, around $3,000. I believe that's a great precise number. That's a great precise number. The next question is, what kind of contracts are available for overseas players? Don't really know what it means by you say contracts, because contracts is what you make it. That's why you get an agent. Not every contract is the same. That's why you get an agent to dictate what you want. That's why it's so important to have an agent. That's why I break down in my book 6 must-have traits to be an overseas basketball player, like the different ways of finding an agent and how to. I actually made a video not like 2 weeks ago on like secret ways of finding an agent. Y'all might want to, if you want to know, go look at that video, because I kind of broke it down in that video, like secret tips to finding an agent just from being in the game for so long. It's different ways to find an agent. You can literally go on Facebook, go on the groups, look, and just post that I'm a player and I'm looking to go play in this country, in this area, and then look at an agent might hit you up right there. Literally go on Facebook overseas basketball groups and go look in there. Or go on Eurobasket, click on a country, click agents, and a whole list of like the top agents will pop up. Of like the top 20 agents and agencies that are there. Good luck trying to get one of those agencies if you're a new and up and coming player. It's not very likely that you will end up getting one of them, because they are a major organization. So they're not really looking for rookie type players or newcomers. They got to be, that's where your networking come in. Doesn't say it's not possible, but your networking skills got to be on point. They have to be on point, and that'll allow you to be able to get those agents and get a lot of like jobs, or get in with a good agent that knows what he's doing. If you go on Eurobasket, Latin Basket, look at one of the top. This is basically the breakdown. Go on Eurobasket, Latin Basket, wherever, for whatever country you want to go to. Pick a country that you're interested in. Let's just say Mexico. Perfect. Go to Mexico. Go to Latin Basket. Go to Mexico. When you click on Latin Basket, you're going to see where it says Mexico. Click on Mexico. They're going to have different leagues. They got the LMVP. They got the CIBA Copa. Click either league. Look at the teams. Look at the top 10 teams. Just for example, click on the team. Click on a player. And look to see who his agent is. Go through about 10 teams and look to see who is the agent that's representing the local players. If you find an agent that is representing a local player and he's representing like 6 or 7 or 8 different local players, figure out how to contact him. Majority of the time, you can click his name, his profile will pop up. You can probably go look him up on Facebook or Instagram and contact him, DM him, write him. Hey, I'm looking to play in this country. If you can help me out, I will greatly appreciate it. If not, if you can refer me to someone else, blase, 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 blase. That's how you get the ball rolling. That's how you get into a certain market. That's how you be able to contact with a good agent instead of just looking for anybody that probably don't know what they're doing. So, moving on. The next question is, what is the level of competition like in different overseas leagues? What is the level of competition in different leagues? Just depends on where you're at. It all depends on where you're at. The different levels of competition in different leagues just depends on what league you're in. Argentina, first division, second division, has better competition than first division Chile. Brazil, top division, has better competition than Argentina second division. Probably has better competition than CIBA Copa in Mexico. Brazil, top league, Uruguay, Argentina, they're all kind of in the mix. It really gets to when you get to the very, very top teams, 3-4 teams, where the difference is really being made, because they have the bigger budget. They can pay for the best players. That's basically where it all lies. Everything lies within the money. That's how you could tell the difference of the level of competition. Like some countries, yes, they are naturally better and have a better skill set and an overall majority. Like, okay, this country is huge. Argentina is huge. There's 32 teams in the second division alone. 20 teams in the first. That's 50 teams. That's a lot of players with an average of 2 players on the team, 2 imports on the team. That's a lot of players. So that's a lot of basketball. So that's a lot of competition. So that's why normally the players are a lot better. But you go to, like, I use Chile for example a lot because I played there for so long. Or you go to a country like Colombia or Ecuador or Bolivia. It's not very high caliber basketball because it don't have a lot of money. 2, there's not a lot of basketball being played there. Brazil is huge. A lot of teams, a lot of players, a lot of competition. Mexico, huge. A lot of teams, a lot of competition. Hey, somebody just knocking on the door. I have something on the door that says do not disturb. Y'all give me a second. Oh, Stanley, you want to come on? I'm online. On the...
You're online.
I'm on the episode.
Really?
Yeah. Hey. Stanley, what's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man.
Close the door.
Yeah. I really thought you was a maid. I was like, I specifically put do not disturb so they don't disturb. Kelsey Barlow, ladies and gentlemen, MVP of the LMV Argentina. Cold killer guy. This guy is a dog. What's up, bro? What you up to?
You know, some interesting things are developing.
Really? What do you mean? You might have come at the right time. What's happening?
I don't know, dude. Like, I just got this offer from Europe, like, today.
What?
Yeah, man.
Live breaking action right now. You see the game? You see how the game goes? Just in the middle of the episode, and these guys just come to talk about. I guess
It just happened today.
What are they talking about?
I don't know. It's one of my best friends is too. So yeah, it just hit me. And then he was with his GM, and then they were like, "You trying to come play on the team and shit?" I was like, "I don't know. I gotta see." So I just met with Seffi downstairs.
For real?
Yeah, bro.
What did you talk about?
I was like, yo, this team just kind of offered me, like, what you thinking?
What do you say?
He was like, you know, shit, you gotta do what you gotta do, but, you know, like, we would love to have you on the team and shit like that.
Yeesh. Seffi's the boss, about the GM, by the way.
Yeah, man. Unbelievable you're doing a show right now.
Yeah, bro. I'll be on it, man. Gotta let the people know, man. Gotta let them know. Gotta give them the info.
Yeah.
Just like this, out of nowhere, a teammate just comes and say, "I got another offer. Could possibly end up leaving."
Yeah. So
What are your thoughts? What are you really thinking? Are you feeling like, man, I might end up going? Is it like a good opportunity or what? Be honest. Be 100. Like, is it? It seems like
I just said it live on the thing. It's not like
no. I'm saying like it's got to be like a good opportunity if you're contemplating about it.
No, I mean, it's interesting. Like, it's interesting. I hit up my dad. He got a game right now, so he told me he's gonna hit me back when he's done and see what's the deal. You know,
We're at Europe.
I can't say right now. I can't say.
Oh, too much information. Can't let that kind of
I
information be.
can't say, but it's interesting. Can you believe it?
I mean, I'm not surprised. It's the way the game goes. You know what I mean?
What do you mean, bro? I played one game. I don't even know if they've seen the game. I don't even know how it happened, bro. I think my boy just like went to the GM or some shit.
You know, I was just I've been online today, and I'm like, man, mad people are signing right now. It's like
on Sportando and stuff.
Just DTM been signing like 5 players. I'm looking at other people that I follow. Like a lot of people are signing, like in this like part of the year. It's like the next part of the season, so everybody's looking for players, and everybody's trying to get. And if you got a boy that's like, hey, I got this guy, You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
he's playing over here, but it's a probably better situation for him. We need to get him. 'Cause I literally said that today. Like, this whole game, really, to get to where you need to go to, you got to have connections.
Yeah.
It's really all about your connections if you really want to go somewhere. It's really about your connections.
Yeah.
So, your connect, it basically said, we need this guy.
Yeah, isn't it wild? I'm like, damn. So, I don't know. I was like, shit, bruh. Shit, bruh. You know? I was like, damn, what the fuck?
More cheese?
I don't know about all that. I don't know what the cheese situation is. I don't really...
I'm assuming it's in a better league.
Well, I think it's more like how I see it is like this. This is kind of how I see it. I see it like, all right, we're playing in Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
Where can I go just from playing here in Argentina?
Mm-hmm.
You follow what I'm saying? Brazil,
Right? Uruguay.
Uruguay, Chile,
Conception.
Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
shit like that. And so I'm like, shit, in Europe, where can I go? In Europe, damn near anywhere in Europe, probably.
Yeah.
At least Greece for sure.
Yeah, Greece is like your, you have great connects there.
I was born there.
Great connects there. You've been talking about Greece for a minute.
Lived there.
Is it Greece?
Lived there 3 years.
Is it Greece?
No, I wouldn't say it's Greece or not.
Y'all trying to get them to drop the name. Drop the name for the good people who just happen to be on this long. You gotta think about it. Most people don't make it this long into the show.
Huh?
So they might not get this information.
But you probably gonna clip it and shit like that. You might do the clip and shit.
No, I ain't gonna clip it. I ain't gonna clip this part.
Nah, what do you think, bro? That's why I came in here. I was like, man, let me go holler at Arnold real quick and shit. See what's on his mind. That's why I came in here anyway.
Well, it's kind of like basically what we talk about all the time. It's kind of like what I was speaking on this episode is, what is your overall objective?
Right.
What is exactly like? You know me, I'm always championship.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm all about trying to get to what do I need to do to win a championship. I'm already in this situation, but is this moving towards what you want for your overall career? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. Is it moving me towards the destination that I overall want?
I think like from a
Let's just take, because I'm pretty sure money.
from a traditional standpoint, 100%.
Okay.
Like 100%. But from like I don't know, man. Like when I look at myself in the mirror, sometimes I feel like it just doesn't matter where I play.
Okay.
You follow what I'm saying? But with that being said, I'm like, on one end, it's kind of like I just try to look at like what's going on. You follow me? And I don't know if I'm having deja vu and shit.
Of what?
Like, if you look at what's going on.
In what sense?
Like, you watch the news ever?
Hardly ever.
Like, so, I don't know if you see what's going on in China.
What's going on in China?
They're having this whole little COVID thing.
Or like another...
It seems like it. Like, you could look it up or whatever, but... Like, it's like this whole thing.
Like what?
Foot like China. Just type China and see what pulls up. Scroll down. Top stories. China's new COVID surge is crippling the world's most important factories and biggest ports.
Wow.
That was the first thing that popped up. So that was around this same time last time when I got stuck in this bitch during the pandemic.
Deja vu indeed.
You follow me? So one end I'm like, shit, bro, like, you know? So that's kind of...
China's new COVID surge is crippling the world's most important factories. But you know what I need to do? I need to contact someone that I actually do know in China and ask them.
No,
that's the best way.
I'm just seeing it from the... That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how I'm seeing it. And then I'm like, okay, shit. Like, all right, from an economical standpoint, bruh, like I was here in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
You follow me? And it was 1 to 55. When I landed, it was 1 to 320. Now it's 1 to 340.
What do you mean that?
Like US dollar to Argentine peso.
Uh-huh.
So by the end of the season, what's it gonna be?
It's going up.
Yeah, and then if you see like major factories are suffering in the East, it affects the entire world's economy.
Uh-huh.
You follow what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that I'm thinking about the dollar or anything fully, but shit, like.
So you believe it's gonna hurt your dollar if you go that way, because of what's going on over there?
Not the dollar. I think it's more like the planes and airports and traveling and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know what, like, prices of flights out of here are?
He told me, like, for me to fly back was like my entire month's salary.
To fly back to where?
Florida.
When did he say that?
Like right before the break.
To fly back when?
Like, you know when I was about to go to Buenos Aires to get my passport thing done?
Yeah.
He was like, we can fly you to Chile, yeah, but if you wanted to go home, probably it's like dang near the price of your salary for the month.
But let me ask you this. Do you have a return ticket?
Yes.
Back to
I mean, they got to buy the return ticket off the rip.
You don't think you can change that ticket?
I don't know. I mean, they're going to have to. But you know they work through agencies.
Sure.
So the agency will do something for them.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. That's why they normally go to the agencies, because the agencies got better perks than what we can do. So that's why when they booked the ticket and the flight, when I was looking it up, they were trying to charge me like $700 for a flight to Buenos Aires. But when they did it, it was like $200.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why they normally try to do it through them, because they have that special, like, way through the agencies. Hey, man, this episode is probably about to wrap up. I'm probably running out of data on my phone. Not data, but storage. Didn't expect my boy to come in. We're going to probably do another episode, because I got to get this information from him. Until next time. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.